Hey everyone, welcome to Chris's Daily Read Aloud. Today we are reading chapters 5 and 6 of Magic Treehouse book number 10, Ghost Town at Sundown. As we left it, a cowboy had just told Jack and Annie to put up their hands or he'd shoot. "We're not horse thieves," said Annie. "Well then, what are you doing with my horse here?" he said. "Some bad guys came through town with his mother," said Annie. "They left him behind because he was too slow." "Yup, must be the rustlers that stole my last 5 Mustangs," the cowboy said. "Who are you?" said Jack. "I'm a Mustang herder," the cowboy said. They rode through town. Then Sunset showed up all alone, said Annie. "We're taking him to his mother." "Sunset?" said the cowboy. "Yup," said Annie. "I named him." The cowboy put his 6-shooter away. "Well, you're pretty brave to try and rescue him, Smiley," he said. "Thanks," said Annie. Jack cleared his throat. "A Mustang needs his family," he said. "The bond between a mare and her young is very strong." The cowboy looked at Jack. "Whoa, you're pretty smart to know that, Shorty." "Shorty?" said Jack. "Every cowpoke's got to have a nickname," said the cowboy. "What's yours?" "Slim," said the cowboy. "My name's Slim Cooley, and this is Dusty." He patted his horse. "That fits," said Annie. Jack agreed. Slim was Slim, and Dusty was Dusty. "So tell me," said Slim, "how did you two brave, smart young'uns end up in Rattlesnake Flats?" Jack caught his breath. He didn't know how to explain it. The stagecoach," said Annie. "We begged the driver to let us off, but I think we made a mistake." Slim looked around. "I'll say," he said. "When the next stage comes through, we're leaving," said Annie. "I see," said Slim. "Well, I'm going to take my colt now and find those rustlers. You didn't hear where they were headed, did you?" "They said they were going to camp over the rise," said Jack. Must be over yonder," said Slim. He looked at a low rise in the distance. The sun was a red ball above it. "Better get going before dark," he said. "Can we go with you?" said Annie. "No, we have to stay here," said Jack, quickly. Now that Slim could help Sunset, Jack wanted to look for the answer to the riddle. Plus, he still wanted to take off his boots. "Shorty's right to be scared, Slim," said Annie. "This is no job for young'uns." "Scared?" said Jack. "Oh, please, I want to go," said Annie. Slim looked at Jack. "And what do you want, Shorty?" For starters, he wanted Slim to stop calling him Shorty, and he wanted Slim to think he was brave. "Sure, I want to go," said Jack. "What about your stagecoach?" asked Slim. "It's not coming until tomorrow," said Annie quickly. "Well," Slim scratched his chin, "I reckon I could use some brave, smart help. But you have to do everything I say." "Wait, we will," said Annie. "Can I ride Sunset?" "I wouldn't say yes to many kids, Smiley, but you seem to have a knack with horses," said Slim. "Now hang on tight to his mane. I'll just pull him along behind me." Slim slipped the rope off the post. Then he held his hand out to Jack. "Put your foot in the stirrup, Shorty, and grab my hand," said Slim. Jack did as Slim said. Slim pulled him onto the front of his saddle. Jack held onto the saddle horn. "Sit tight," said Slim. "It's not far." Slim snapped his reins. Dusty took off with Sunset right behind him. Jack bounced up and down. His boots hurt. The sunlight blinded him. "Giddy up," said Slim. "Giddy up," said Annie. The horses galloped across the prairie, dust flying from their hooves. "Achoo!" sneezed Jack as he bounced along in the setting sun. Chapter 6. Split the Wind. The sky was dark by the time they got to the rise. The wind was cool, almost cold. "Whoa!" said Slim. Dusty slowed to a halt. "They're camped down there," said Slim in a low voice, "in that patch of trees." Jack saw a campfire at the bottom of the slope. He saw the horses gathered in a dark clump. One let out a whinny. "Hear that?" said Slim. "The mare. She senses Sunset's nearby." The mare whinnied again. "Sounds like she's tied to a tree," said Slim. "I think the rest of the herd are loose." "What's our plan?" whispered Jack. "Smiley, you stay here and guard Sunset," said Slim. "Right," said Annie. "Shorty, you and I ride down near their camp," said Slim. "You keep Dusty quiet while I cut the mare loose." "How do you keep a horse quiet?" wondered Jack. "Once the mare's loose, she'll break for Sunset," said Slim. "Then you and Sunset take off, Smiley." "Got it," said Annie. "Then we'll split the wind," said Slim. "What's that mean?" wondered Jack. "Till we get to Blue Canyon," said Slim. "Where's that?" wondered Jack. "All set? Any questions?" asked Slim. "Nope," said Annie cheerfully. "Yup, about 1,000,000, thought Jack. "Okay, pardners," said Slim. "See you soon, Smiley. Come on, Shorty." "Have fun," said Annie. "Fun?" thought Jack. "Is she nuts? Our lives are at stake." Slim snapped his reins. Dusty started down the rise. The way was lit by a nearly full moon and 1,000,000 stars. "Maybe now I can ask Slim some questions," thought Jack. But just then, voices came out from the rustlers' camp. They were mean voices, followed by mean laughter. A chill went through Jack. Dusty halted. "This is far enough," whispered Slim. He slipped off of Dusty. "Keep him here," Slim whispered to Jack, "and keep him quiet." "Wait," whispered Jack. He needed more information, but Slim was gone. Jack gripped the reins and held his breath. He hoped Dusty wouldn't do anything. For a moment, Dusty was still, but then he snorted and began to walk. Oh no, thought Jack. He tried to think of the rules of how to treat a horse. He remembered a soft hand, a firm voice. He patted Dusty softly. Whoa, he said firmly. To his surprise, Dusty froze and was quiet. Jack remembered another rule. A sunny attitude. He patted Dusty again. Don't worry, he whispered. Everything's going to be fine. Just then, a loud whinny came from the herd of Mustangs. They began moving up the moonlit slope. Hey, the horses! A rustler shouted. A gun went off. Jack ducked. Come on, Shorty! Came Slim's voice. He looked up at Slim. Slim was riding the mare. Jack was shocked. He'd thought Slim was coming back to ride Dusty. Instead, Slim rode right past him, and as he got close to Annie, she took off on Sunset. The mare galloped after Sunset, and the band of Mustangs galloped after the mare. Bang! Bang! And there they all go. Jack snapped the reins. Go, Dusty, he said. Dusty leapt after the Mustangs. Jack nearly fell off. He clutched the reins in one hand and the saddle horn in the other. Bang! Bang! The rustlers were on their horses now. They were getting closer. Hurry! cried Jack. Dusty cleared the rise in an awkward leap. Jack started to slip out of the saddle. He let go of the reins and tried to hold on to the saddle horn, but his weight pulled him down. He closed his eyes as he fell to the ground. Bang! Bang! Oh man, thought Jack, this is the end. He opened his eyes. Dusty was looking at him. Jack scrambled up and tried to climb back into the saddle. It was hard without Slim's help. Jack struggled. As Jack struggled, he heard shouts from the rustlers. Their horses gave high-pitched neighs. Jack looked back. A shimmering white figure was moving across the top of the rise. The rustlers' horses were panicking and backing away. Jack didn't have time to think about what he was seeing. He knew it might be his only chance to escape. Using all his strength, he pulled himself into the saddle. Go, Dusty, go, he shouted. Dusty took off at full gallop over the prairie. Jack held on for dear life as they split the wind. And that is the end of Chapter 6. Tomorrow, come back and we will read Chapters 7 and 8. Chapter 7 is Ghost Story. Find out what saved Jack. Thanks for reading with us today, or reading with me today. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe, wash your hands, and have fun. Bye, everybody.